So long as there is movement of the mind, there is no rest. Sri Anandamayi Ma. On one occasion, a group of scientists sought to study Anandamayi Ma brain activity using a device described as an encephalograph, designed to measure brain waves. When the machine was placed on Ma's head, something unexpected occurred. The needle did not move at all. No visible activity was detected. She laughed gently and remarked that the machine must be broken. To verify this, the scientists tested the same device on themselves and on others nearby. Immediately, the needle responded, registering normal brainwave patterns. The machine was functioning perfectly. This episode resonates deeply with Anandamayi Ma, supernatural being. Sri Anandamayi Ma, affectionately known as Ma, is revered as a profound embodiment of the Divine Mother expressed through a human form. Ma was born in 1896 in Keora, East Bengal, in what is now Bangladesh. Her birth name was Nirmala Sundari, meaning immaculate beauty. She was born into a very poor Vaishnava Brahmin family. Shortly after her birth, a wandering mystic entered the family home, looked into the cradle, and reportedly said, "You see a baby now, but this child is the mother of the world." From early childhood, Nirmala was noticeably different. Professor Bithika Mukherjee, one of her biographers, notes that Ma was deeply detached from a young age, showing very little interest in her surroundings. It is said that at the age of 4, she would enter deep inner states during devotional singing, and throughout her childhood, she consistently felt a profound communion with animals and nature. At the age of 13, Nirmala Sundari was married to Ramani Mohan Chakravarti, a man significantly older than her, who later came to be known as Bholanath. She lived with him as a devoted and attentive wife. However, her marriage was completely celibate. Bholanath later testified that whenever he had thoughts of lust, Ma's body would take on the qualities of death, becoming stiff and lifeless, which prevented physical intimacy. At first, Bholanath was frustrated and burdened by feelings of guilt. Over time, however, he became convinced that his wife was a holy woman. Eventually, he bowed at her feet and accepted her as his guru, a reversal that directly broke taboos within traditional Hindu society. Bholanath also took care of Ma's physical needs, as she showed little concern for her own body. Gradually, he became an important link between her and the growing circle of devotees. Between 1918 and 1923, Sri Anandamayi Ma entered a period she later referred to as sadhana, an intense phase of spiritual practice marked by withdrawal from ordinary life. Despite not studying under any guru, yogic postures, breath controls, mudras, and mantras manifested spontaneously through her body, for some hours or even days. The purpose of sadhana for a seeker is precisely to remove this actual veil of ignorance, thereby revealing the self, or God, who is already present within. But Ma was different. She had never been unaware about her being. Yet, during her sadhana, she experienced a phase she described as having a superimposition of ignorance, which was actually a play of knowledge masquerading as ignorance. This temporary, divinely orchestrated phase enabled her to assume the role of the female seeker and to act as a guide for others. Ma referred to this as sadhana lila, where lila means play. When asked who she was, she would say, "This little girl," not as someone who had become realized, but as someone for whom realization had never been absent. As she described herself to Paramahansa Yogananda during their encounter in 1935, "Before I came on this earth, Father, I was the same, and Father, in front of you now I am the same. Ever afterward, though the dance of creation changes around me in the hall of eternity, I shall be the same." In 1922, Ma underwent a spontaneous self-initiation, as she described, "As the guru, I revealed the mantra. As the disciple, I accepted it. Then it became clear that the guru, the mantra, the Lord, and the disciple are one." During this period, Anandamayi Ma often entered profound states of samadhi. Those in her presence spoke of intense bliss, joy, and an unmistakable atmosphere of peace, and many reported spontaneous transcendent or mystical experiences. As these accounts spread, Her spiritual mastery became increasingly evident, and her first disciples were drawn to her. Healings and miracles would happen on a daily basis. However, devotees used to say that it was not like Ma was performing these miracles. They just happened. Those who sat near her often found themselves unable to speak, as a deep and unmistakable tranquility permeated her presence. From 1932 until her death in 1982, Anandamayi Ma traveled almost continuously across India. Her reputation as a great saint spread quickly, and wherever she traveled, people gathered, villagers, laborers, scholars, and politicians alike. Many came to recognize Anandamayi Ma as a living presence of the Absolute. She made no distinctions between her disciples. In a selfless spirit, she would not leave a place until the very last person was satisfied. German writer Melita Maschmann, author of Encountering Bliss, described her first meeting with Anandamayi Ma as entering another dimension of reality. She noted that nothing extraordinary occurred outwardly. Ma simply sat there. Sri Dayamata, a close disciple of Paramahansa Yogananda, described how, while sitting close to Ma, she suddenly felt a powerful spiritual current rise in her spine and center at the heart chakra, enveloping her in an expanding sense of oneness with the Universal Mother, until her heart overflowed with love and tears streamed from her eyes. Dr. Abraham Jacob Weintraub, a French physician, met Anandamayi Ma in 1951. He later became Swami Vijayanda and remained in India for nearly 60 years. He described his first encounter with Ma as, "It was like somebody throwing a lighted match in gunpowder." He knew something extraordinary was about to happen. According to his words, a few hours after encounter Ma, an explosion occurred, a feeling of profound joy and happiness. He knew he had found the guru he was looking for. Anandamayi Ma never identified herself as a guru or teacher. She often described herself simply as a little girl. She never gave formal lectures. Instead, she answered questions, using simple language and frequently expressing her teachings through parables. Despite not being associated with any single religious tradition, her message is deeply rooted in non-duality. Anandamayi Ma's central goal for humanity is self-realization, the discovery of one's true, divine self, leading to supreme peace and joy, Ananda, by realizing one's unity with the ultimate reality, God. She taught that this involves turning away from transient worldly pleasures and focusing on devotion, contemplation, and living a God-centered life, seeing spiritual seekers as pilgrims finding their real home through persistent self-inquiry and surrender to the divine. Ma frequently addressed the subtle dissatisfaction that persists even in outwardly successful lives. So long as you seek fulfillment in what changes, peace will not last. The practice of meditation in daily life stood at the heart of her teaching. She encouraged seekers to direct all efforts towards centering the mind on God. Her vision of a God-centered life always began from within. In order to become firm, calm, deeply serious, full of courage, with one's personality wholly intact, pure and wholly out of one's own strength, one has to be centered in God. God himself will take care of everything that concerns a man who puts his whole trust in him. Anandamayi Ma left her body in 1982, yet her presence remains vividly alive. Her words continue to teach and guide thousands of seekers across the world. Even today, devotees describe their connection with Ma as living and transformative. Ma always emphasized that each person must follow the path that arises naturally from within them. In that spirit, I sincerely wish that this video resonates deeply with your own path. All paths are my path, for the one is found through all.